Hi, I'm here to talk about SOS. And if you guys haven't seen or heard of this little guy, his name's Rory. He's so cute. I've gotten pretty attached to this little man. Anyways, I'm here to talk about SOS. And the reason being is because I really want to get our name out there in Hamilton County. Our first meeting, we had one of the pastors, Pastor Al Henderson from Fort Dodge, came over and spoke to our group because he started SOS in Webster County in 2014. In the second meeting that SOS had, we talked about what our vision was, our mission statement, and so I just want to kind of share more with you about that. SOS is focused on showing appreciation to public servants, especially those who provide public safety. And that can be shown in numerous ways. But we all have a story of why SOS is on our hearts. And so I'll let Pastor Mark share his story, and Trisha Wisdom, she has an amazing story and she can share hers. But I wanted to just kind of share my story with you so that you know why this is on my heart. So when I was little, my mom was involved in human services and with foster children, and a lot of times her work required her to be at the police station, so she would take me along with her. When I was a little girl, I would sit there with some of the officers, and they were so friendly and so kind and just amazing. And I grew up knowing that these men and women were trustworthy. I wasn't afraid of them. Unfortunately, that's not the situation today, and it seems like the media really loves to give you a 5-second clip of something when really you haven't seen the 20 minutes prior to leading up to that. And honestly, I'm very tired, and I won't get on a rant, but I'm very tired of seeing the way these men and women are portrayed. Many times throughout my life, when I have needed them, they are there and they've had my back. So my thing is, my mission is actually to show them our support, whether that is, and we have to start small because, you got to start somewhere. So we're starting with law enforcement and firefighters. And we'd really like to expand to first responders and linemen. Like when there is bad weather and they have to go out and, restore our electricity, we want to be able as a community to take them breakfast pizza when they've been out all night. Or let's say the firefighters have been fighting a fire in frigid temperatures all night. The last thing on their mind is, what are they going to eat? And we want to be able to provide that to them. Now, you may say that people show their appreciation every day, which is true. People do show their appreciation. But SOS gives you that avenue to show as a community our appreciation. For instance, a lot of times, we'll just say police, for instance. They go into these unknown situations. They're not sure, if they've arrested, your cousin, your neighbor, your dad, who's fighting with who, and if someone brings them a cup of coffee and some brownies, honestly, the officer's probably going to be like, thank you so much. But then maybe, maybe do something else with it later on because maybe they don't know you. But as a community, SOS allows that avenue. And what I mean by that is we have come up with this. Well, really, Fort Dodge SOS came up with this. So this is going to be our symbol. And we need to raise money, of course, to make all of these little sticky notes. But if you're a member of SOS, and you see an officer or a firefighter or a lineman out and about and they're working and you want to go buy them a cup of coffee, you go do that and you stick one of these on there. And they are recognizing us, guys, because we're going around and we're introducing what SOS is about to each one of these departments one at a time. And so they're going to start to recognize this and see this is Hamilton County. This is our community. So what you will see too is there's the cross, because stands for, Jesus dying on the cross for us. Also though, Jesus, when he came, he served other people. And this is the basin and the sandals, how he washed the feet. And then SOS, our symbol. So that's what that stands for. Once again, once we get enough money after we do the defibrillator, which honestly, I hope that saves, well, I hope it never has to be used, but if it does, I hope it saves many lives, if it has to be used. Anyways, so once again, so there's that. At Christmas time, if you want to help us, there's a lot of deputies and officers and jailers and dispatchers that, they have to be away from their family because they are working on Christmas Eve. If you want to find out what we're doing on Christmas Eve, come to our next meeting, December 7th, 7 p.m. at St. Paul's. SOS is just a Christian organization. It is not, any one church or anything like that. We are just a community of people wanting to serve the people that serve us. And so, basically, back to my story, what I wanted to share is I also want to instill in those children that the officers are good, and not that, oh, they're going to arrest you if you don't put your seatbelt on, or, I want the children to see that law enforcement, firefighters, paramedics, they're not anyone to be afraid of. So I'll leave you with this. In Matthew 5:9, it states, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." If you didn't see my post, we have just gotten delivered to us 10 boxes. 10 boxes of these little guys. Like I said, our first fundraiser, half of them will go to DHS for foster children, and the other half will go to the sheriff's department for when they go into, situations where maybe they need to pull a child off to the side to get them away from whatever's going on over here. Or maybe if they are having to take someone away, they can give this to the child just for comfort. And he's a big guy. He's not little. He's a big guy. So anyways, and then with the proceeds we make from the sale of Rory, all proceeds are going to go towards that defibrillator. And so we're hoping, and we'll have a financial report this next Thursday, we are hoping that we can get that defibrillator. If you or your organization wants us to come talk to you guys about us, or if you want to hear one of our stories, or if you want to donate money, you can definitely see any one of us tagged in this video. And also, you can, a way to donate money is to go to St. Paul's, and if you do a check, make it out to, SOS. And so you can contact me, Kristen Ruppel, Pastor Mark Eichler, Trisha Wisdom, Bobby Cottle, Sandy Jondal, Ted Tomaszewski, Cheryl Eichler, and we have other people that have joined the group now, but we are on the sheet. So this is what we hand out to people now. Anyways, I hope I didn't forget anything, and God bless you guys and have a great weekend.